So I want to share my thoughts on why I believe that entrepreneurs should celebrate their failures, because to be honest, like every entrepreneur fails, and ideally a lot of times, because that's the only way to actually learn. So for example, last week I did a webinar and it bombed. It failed miserably, right? And people think like, well, where you're at, you already know what works, what doesn't work, so how bad can it get, right? Well, it's bad. Like, it did not work at all. And not just that, but I put a lot of time and effort into it, right? It's not just I put it up there for a day. No, I pretty much blocked 3 or 4 days to prepare it all, to create all the slides, to do everything. I got all excited. I went online, we did the presentation, and obviously in that webinar I do a lot of teaching. That went well, and then I also offer a special offer so that, you know, it's going to be worth my while. It's going to be a win-win. People learn, and then if they want to learn more or they want to get more, then they can actually buy a special offer I put together, right? Did not work at all, right? So I went offline, closed down the webinar at some point, like we were done, and like 1 or 2 people bought, but like it was barely nothing, right? And my wife's asking me like, you must be bummed right now, like did it work? You know, and I put a lot, like I said, like a lot of time and effort into it, and she knew that, right? So she's like, oh, you must be bummed out. And I'm like, no, actually not. I'm actually happy, because right now I just figured out one way that doesn't work, right? So I already know, like if I'm going to do it again, I'm going to figure out another way, and it may not work as well. But by just keep on doing that, by just keep ruling out ways that are not working, I know for a fact that it will work at some point, right? And a lot of people, they're like, oh, they're bummed, and they sort of like, oh, I'll just do something else. No, that's the complete opposite way of looking at it. Whenever something doesn't work, you just proven that way doesn't work. Now you can rule that out and just keep on improving on other things, right? So, for example, an earlier webinar that I did, first time, didn't work. Did it again, didn't work, slightly better. And then I think it took me like 6 or 7 times before I got it. And every single time I reworked the complete webinar, I put a lot of extra time and effort into it, and every single time I just improved a little bit. Still not good enough, re-scratch, right? Does this work? All right, didn't work, scratch that. Next time, like it doesn't happen overnight. You have to put in the effort. But as long as you see a failure as an opportunity to grow, as long as you see a failure as another, you know, just one step forward, which it is, then there's no other chance than to actually succeed, right? There's no other opportunity. There's no other option. You just rule out everything that doesn't work, so that eventually you'll find the one thing that works like crazy. And that is how you should look at a failure, which is, if you look at it, isn't really a failure after all, right? And that's my way of looking at it, and I'd love to hear how you think about that as well.